This video will show you how to make a small poinsettia. I used 4 colors in sport weight yarn and an F-size hook, or a 3.75 millimeter. I used 2 strands to make the leaf. Start by chaining 12. Once you have your 12, you're going to do a slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, and then you will do a single crochet in each of the next 2 chains. Do 1 half double in each of the next 2 chains, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 2. Continue with 1 triple crochet in each of the next 5 chains, and once you have all 5, go ahead and do 6 triple crochets in the last chain. Once you have all 6 triples in that last chain, we'll begin working down the back side of the chain and do 1 triple in each of the next 5 chains. You can save time from sewing in all the tail ends if you tuck them as you go within your stitches. Next, do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains. Continue with 1 half double in each of the next 2 chains. Then do 1 single crochet in each of the next 2. End with a slip stitch in the last chain. And lastly, slip stitch to that first chain we began with. Next is something that might be new to you. We're going to make a vein going up the center of the leaf. I dropped 1 color to bring out the vein's color, but in essence what you're doing is a slip stitch between the bottoms of the stitches up that original chain. Slip stitch in that space where you have 6 triple crochets, then slip stitch in the middle of a post of a triple crochet, slip stitch between 2 posts, and then finally slip stitch in the triple crochets stitched top. Chain 1 and then we'll single crochet a border. On the curve, go ahead and put 2 single crochets in each of the stitch tops. When you get to the straightaway, go ahead and put 1 single crochet in each stitch top until you get to the point. At the point, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, then continue down the other side with 1 single crochet in each of the stitch tops until you get to the curve, and at the curve go ahead and do 2 in each stitch top. Finally, slip stitch in that beginning chain 1 and then fasten off, and your leaf is finished. Go ahead and make 2 for each flower, so you'll need a total of 4 leaves. For the large petal, go ahead and chain 12. It's basically done the same as the leaf that we just did by slip stitching in the second chain from the hook, 1 single crochet though, and then 1 half double in each of the next 2. Then you will do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then this is where it gets different. Here you will do a triple crochet 2 together over the next 2 chains. You'll be doing this twice, so I will talk you through how to do a triple crochet 2 together on the next one. Start by yarning over 2 times and then go into the chain. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice, go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Continue with 6 triple crochets in that last chain. Then you'll start to work down the other side. I have to admit, this mohair is not the best yarn to use for a tutorial, but it turns out really nice looking. You'll see here in a little bit. Working down the other side, go ahead and do 2 triple crochets in the next chain. So in essence, a triple crochet increase. You'll do that 4 times. Once you have your 4 increases, you will go ahead and do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chain. Then 1 half double in each of the next 2 chain. One single crochet in the next chain, and then finally end with a slip stitch. Slip stitch in that beginning chain 1 space, and then get ready to slip stitch up the center for the vein. The yarn comes from the back as you do these slip stitches, but just get between each of those stitches and pull the yarn up from the back and pull it through the loop on your hook up until you get to where you did your 6 triple crochets. Here you'll finish the same as you did for the leaf by pulling through the center, pulling through the stitch, pulling between the posts, and then finally through the stitch top. Edge on this one, we're going to do a crab stitch or a reverse single crochet. To do a reverse single crochet, you actually work to the right. In regular crochet, you crochet to the left. It's a little awkward, but you go into the stitch and then you do a pull through. It's not really a yarn over, you're actually grabbing from behind. Then once you pull it through your stitch top, just yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. When you get to the point, go ahead and do a chain 2 and then continue down the other side. If you're needing some more slowed down tutorial instructions on how to do the crab stitch, you can find that on my website or my YouTube channel. To finish, go ahead and slip stitch in that beginning chain 1 and then fasten off. You will make 1 petal for each of the 2 flowers that we're making. Next, we'll be putting 5 medium-sized petals onto a foundation. To make the foundation, go ahead and do 5 single crochets into a magic circle. Pull it tight, and then you're going to do an increase single crochet in each of the 5 single crochets. Again, an increase is just 2 stitches in the same spot. So if we're doing 2 single crochets in each of the previous 5, we will end with 10 single crochets. Notice I'm tucking the magic ring's tail and securing it as I go. I'll talk you through a secure right here. Go into the stitch and with the tail and the yarn pull through. Drop the tail and then yarn over and pull through the stitch. Continue tucking the tail. When you've completed the 10 single crochets, go ahead and slip stitch in the next stitch and then chain 9. For the medium petal, you will slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, do a single crochet, a half double, another half double, then do a double crochet increase in the next 3 stitches. Once you have your 3 double crochet increases, we're going to be putting 5 double crochets in that last chain. I split them by putting 3, then I flipped the foundation ring and finished with 2 on the other side. Continue down the back side of the chain, starting with a double crochet 2 together. And you're going to do that 2 times, so I'll talk you through how to do one right here. Yarn over and go into the chain, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and go into the chain, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. 1 half double, 1 single crochet, and a slip stitch. Slip stitch in the point and up the center to create the vein. When we finish this vein, we'll need to connect it to the foundation ring. Do that by going into the stitch top of the double crochet, finding the next single crochet on the foundation ring and pulling it through all those layers. Slip stitch into the next single crochet on the foundation and chain 9 for your next petal. I'll show you attaching a petal one more time. So you'll go into the stitch top of the double crochet right here, find the single crochet on the foundation ring, pull through that, pull through the stitch top and your slip stitch, and slip stitch in the next single crochet. Here's attaching the last petal, going through the stitch top, finding the next single crochet, pull through, pull through, pull through, and then slip stitch behind that first petal. And finally, chain 1 and fasten off. And your flower's complete. Go ahead and make 2 flowers. Next is a 3-petal flower on a foundation. Go ahead and do 3 single crochets in a magic ring. Increase in each one of those for a total of 6 single crochets. Then you will slip stitch into the next single crochet and chain 6. Slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, 1 single crochet, and then a half double crochet 2 together. Yarn over, go into the chain, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into the next chain, yarn over and pull through, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Continue by doing 5 half doubles in that last chain, doing it with a split, 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Continue down the back of the chain with a half double increase in each of the next 2 chains. Single crochet and slip stitch. Then slip stitch in the point and get ready for the vein. Slip stitch up the center of the petal and then connect the petal to the foundation. Top of the stitch, foundation, slip stitch through all layers, slip stitch into the next stitch, and chain 6 for the next petal. Continue until you have 3 petals, and then go ahead and do your last connection and slip stitch behind the first petal you created. Then do a chain 1 and fasten off. Lastly, we just need to do the little cluster for the center. So start off by chaining 2 and then do a puff stitch. Yarn over, go into the second chain, pull through, yarn over, go into the second chain, pull through, yarn over and pull through all the loops, slip stitch in that first chain, and then chain 2 to do the next one. You'll repeat this process until you have 4 clusters. When you have the 4 puff stitches complete, chain 1 and fasten off, and then pull the tail through the first puff stitch, and then place it in the center of your flower. In the next video, I'll show you how to do some vines in a couple different ways. Thanks for watching.